Hello, everyone from San Francisco. I am Amita, co-founder of Nourish Talk, a platform for natural and holistic medicine. In our Saturday educational webinar series today, we are going to talk about how Ayurveda and yoga can help with digestion. Presenting this topic, we have Vaidya Pooja Kiran, an Ayurveda doctor who has been trained in India and UK. She has over 15 years of experience as an Ayurveda practitioner. She lives in Boston now. Our second speaker is Guru Eknath ji, a celebrity yoga guru, doctor of naturopathy, yoga therapist. Eknath ji has trained Bollywood movie stars like Shilpa Shetty. He has his yoga studio in Goa and he's joining us from Goa, India. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amita. Thank you so much.
So we are going to have this session as a Q&A session. We want it to be very interactive. So, please feel free if any of the viewers has any questions, please feel free to ask questions. The way we would do it is Dr. Pooja will talk first. We'll take a pause. If there are any questions, then Eknath ji will give a small demo. So to start, Dr. Pooja, can you please talk about the digestive issues on an overall perspective?
Sure, Amita. So I want to start this webinar by checking your IQ. Tell me, which function of the body starts right at the beginning of conception and until death occurs?
I'm guessing is it the digestive system? Since we are doing the digestive webinar.
Yes, it is. The human body is basically an output of the nourishment that is assimilated through digestion. Life cannot exist without it. Every person suffers from some kind of digestive disorder in their lifetime. This has been established that digestive problems are the most common reasons why people seek medical advice. Most of us might have an idea on how the digestive process works in our body. The digestive tract is actually very long, about 25 to 35 feet long, if we measure from the mouth to the anus, like salivary glands, liver and pancreas, where food is broken down into basic components for cells to use for energy, building materials, and catalysts. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are the major food components. It takes about 2 to 6 hours for the food to completely break down inside the digestive tract. Nutrient transformation starts right from the mouth and ends in the intestines. An array of enzymes are utilized to break down food. Specialized cells along the walls of the digestive system perform complex functions to absorb the nutrients, which then enters the bloodstream to undergo assimilation into different cells of the body. This is why it is advised to at least have a 4-hour break in between meals to aid in healthy digestion.
Now, yes. Go ahead, please. No, I was just going to say if you can give an overview on Ayurveda 101 and the process of digestion according to Ayurveda, I think that would help.
Sure. So let's have an overview of Ayurveda. There are two major basic principles of Ayurveda. So the first one is the 5 basic elements, or the Pancha Mahabhuta theory, and the concept of the 3 doshas. The 5 basic elements are air, water, fire, earth, and ether or space. They constitute the structure of the human body. So the 5 elements combine in various proportions to form the 3 constitutional doshas, or which are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, and they govern the physiology of the body. These 2 principles are important to understand the process of digestion according to Ayurveda. So, based on these 2 basic principles, I can describe Ayurveda and the process of the digestion. Ayurveda describes digestive health imbalances as the root cause of most major diseases. The essence of all Ayurvedic managements revolve around the correction of the digestive fire and rightly considers it as the root cause of most disease pathogenesis. Research has established on how most acute and chronic diseases, even mind, are linked to a disordered gut mechanism. Ayurveda emphasizes the importance of mind and sense organs in the proper functioning of the digestive system. Just by deciding what to eat triggers the digestive system. Our brain signals the digestive tract to get ready for the food that is about to enter our mouth. Our sense organs further send signals to the digestive tract about the food. Amita, this explains why your mouth started watering even before you actually tasted your favorite spicy mango pickle the other day. And by simply eating the food, we send the body into a complex series of functions which would eventually lead to nourishment of our body, mind, and sense organs. That is the sense of satisfaction that we get after eating food based on what we eat. Our body is either healthy or unhealthy. The process of digestion, according to Ayurveda, emphasizes on the influence of the three types of dosha and their predominance during each stage of digestion. Vata dosha governs the movements of the digestive tract and the exchange of nutrients across cell membranes. Pitta dosha governs the cooking of food with enzymes. And Kapha dosha governs the nutrient and waste formation in the digestive tract. As you can see, the process of digestion has been explained in 4 steps. So first, ingested food under the influence of pranavayu, which is a subtype of Vata dosha, enters the alimentary canal. The first part of the alimentary canal is the mouth. So the food first enters the mouth, where the food is broken down, chewed, and mixed with the enzymes in the saliva, and then softened. This softened food then reaches the amashya, which is the stomach and the intestines. And there it mixes with the gastric juice and the intestinal enzymes. And on the influence of samana vayu, which is another subtype of vata dosha, it gets further digested. And then this digested material, which is called rasa in Ayurveda, then goes to the large intestine or the colon, which is called the pakwashaya. And there, under the influence of Agni and apana vayu, it gets further digested, and the water and the rasa gets absorbed into the digestive wall, and the waste product or the mala is formed. So as you can see, each stage of digestion with its predominance of dosha is explained with reference to 6 stages. That is the concept of avasthapaka. I would like to explain this with an example. Some of us might have experienced sour belches after eating food. This is because the stage of digestion that happens in the stomach is predominated by pitta dosha, which is ruled by sour taste. Nishtapaka revolves around the concept of vipaka, which means the aftertaste of digestion. For example, bread and rice taste neutral, but when we chew it slowly for a longer period of time, we start getting a sweet taste in the mouth. That is the aftertaste of digestion in the mouth for bread and rice. Now, to understand these two variants of digestion, we must know about the 6 tastes, and that is the concept of shadrasa. There are 6 tastes as per Ayurveda, which includes sweet, sour, salty, bitter, pungent, and astringent tastes. When we eat bitter, pungent, and astringent tastes, they are related to Vata. Sour, salty, and pungent tastes are related to Pitta, and sweet, sour, and salty tastes are related to Kapha dosha. So the 3 tastes described under Vipaka, as you can see in the slide, Trividha Vipaka, the 3 types of Vipaka, and the 3 tastes described under Vipaka are sweet, sour, and pungent. So which tastes lead to which Vipaka? Sweet, salty, bitter, and astringent tastes give sweet Vipaka. For example, licorice. It tastes bitter astringent in mouth with a sweet aftertaste, or the sweet Vipaka. Sour tastes give sour Vipaka. For example, grapefruit and oranges. And pungent tastes give pungent Vipaka. For example, chili peppers.
So I was going to add that if you could talk about any fruit that has all the 6 tastes, like we hear in, how does that happen? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure.
Indian
So,
curry, for example, or some of the other things that we've heard about.
Sure. So mostly not in one fruit or in one vegetable, you wouldn't find all 6 tastes. Although there might be a presence of those 6 tastes, but it might be so subtle that you might not even feel it. Now, for example, Triphala has amalaki, which is gooseberry, Indian gooseberry. Now, that has a very strong astringent and pungent taste. You wouldn't find the taste of bitter and katu or salty taste in it. Although, I mean, it might be there in some level. So what happens is when you chew amla in your mouth for some time, you initially feel the taste of astringent and pungent, which is very strong. You get a very sour and pungent taste in the mouth. But as you chew, it slowly feels sweet. And that is the aftertaste of digestion, which is the vipaka. The vipaka, the sweet taste, is that for amla. So that is one example that I can tell you right now.
No, I think this helps a lot. We've also heard a lot about the concept of Agni in Ayurveda. So could you please explain for our viewers what exactly is Agni and how does it play a role in digestion?
Sure, definitely. So Agni, the concept of Agni in Ayurveda is of major importance. Agni is a Sanskrit word which means fire. Now, in terms of human physiology, Agni refers to the broad classification of digestive fire and other metabolic factors that includes digestive juice, gastric juice and enzymes for digestion and metabolism at systemic as well as cellular level. The importance of Agni lies in the fact that it transforms food to provide nourishment to tissues of the body and maintains the vital energy or Ojas required for sustenance of life. Optimal digestion, absorption, assimilation, and excretion are all equally important for healthy body function. One important fact to note is that after death, the body becomes cold. It denotes the absence of Agni. So Agni is actually very significant to life.
So can you talk what Ojas is? Because I think a lot of people don't understand different vocabulary of Ayurveda. So maybe just explain a little bit about Ojas as well.
Sure, of course. So Ojas is the vital energy that is important to sustain life. So as per Ayurveda, Ojas is the location of Ojas is in the heart as well in the body, in the blood. So basically, it is the essence of all the nutrition that we eat. Now, when we eat food, it gets digested in the digestive tract, and then the rasa, the digestive chyme or the rasa, is absorbed through the digestive wall, and then it is transformed through different types of Agni. The main Agni is the Jatharagni, and then there are different subtypes of the Agni, and that is the cellular metabolism that takes place. So, going through all these transformational processes, the digestive chyme or the rasa that was absorbed through the digestive tract eventually becomes the Ojas, and that is manifested as the energy that we have, like the consciousness that we have. For example, when we feel really, really sick, like not just like generally sick, but really sick, like we need hospitalization, that's when the Ojas is actually affected. For example, in this COVID condition that we have, people get affected so bad that they are on ventilators. So what is happening is that Ojas level is coming down. The essence of life is coming down. And as research has established that COVID now affects heart and blood vessels as well, along with the respiratory system. So that really shows that how Ojas is being affected. And as the Ojas comes down, the quantity of Ojas is actually very less. It's so less. In Ayurveda, it's measured in terms of 8 drops. So as it comes down, it becomes really hard for life to sustain. So that is the importance of Ojas. And to think that Ojas is the eventual thing of the whole digestive process, that's why digestion is so important, and a healthy digestive system with digestion, absorption, assimilation is so important.
No, I think that helps our viewers. And we have this Agni is so complicated. I mean, at least I have just read online that there are 13 types of different Agnis. So maybe you can explain them in a very simple way for our viewers. You know, what is the importance of each and every Agni, and how should, as a normal user, as an average user, what should I do?
Certainly. So Charaka Samhita, which is a classical textbook of Ayurveda, describes 13 types of Agni based on their function. The main Agni, as I mentioned, is the Jatharagni, which is located in the stomach. And then there are 5 types of Bhutagni, which are based on the 5 basic elements. As we all know, the 5 basic elements are air, water, fire, earth, and ether or space. So each element has an inherent Agni, which is called a Bhutagni. So there are 5 types of Bhutagni based on the 5 basic elements. And then there are 7 types of Dhatu Agni based on the 7 types of tissues, the basic tissues that are explained in Ayurveda. So here I would not go into detail for Bhutagni and Dhatwagni because it's a vast subject. We will just concentrate on Jataragni, which is the main Agni. The main Agni is the Jataragni, which is the digestive fire of the gastrointestinal tract. Ayurveda describes its primary anatomical location in the midsection of the gut, where the stomach, duodenum, liver, and small intestines are located. It is correlated to the digestive enzymes of the digestive tract. Amita, are you familiar with the funny feeling you get in the middle of the gut when you're extremely hungry?
Yeah, I always get that.
Well, that is...
I'm always hungry.
You're always hungry. Well,
no, that was a joke.
Well, actually, it's good because that means that your digestive fire is working. So what you're feeling is actually the effect of Jataragni. The main function of Jataragni is to break down food into simpler forms for absorption and assimilation into the body. So that's why Jataragni is the chief among all categories of Agni, because both Bhutagni and Dhatwagni are dependent on it. Aggravation or diminution of Jataragni leads to aggravation and diminution of other Agni types as well. So if your Jataragni is not working well, or if it is not up to mark, then that effect will show in Dhatwagni and Bhutagni as well. That means if your digestion is not proper at stage 1, then your cellular metabolism, which is stage 2, 3, 4, that will get affected as well. So the good news is that we can actually control to a large extent the health of the Jataragni through optimal diet, lifestyle, and a happy mind, which in turn would impact the functions of other Agni in the body, which are beyond our control.
So explain a little bit more about Agni in a simple way.
Sure. I would explain this with an example. So as you can see in the slide, Agni is responsible for transforming heterogeneous elements in the food ingredients into homologous elements for permeability through intestinal mucosa. Now, what does that actually mean, right? It's very complicated. The ingredients and its qualities in food are heterogeneous. That is, it is a non-assimilative form prior to digestion. It becomes homologous, that is, an assimilative form after digestion. This means that the body takes up the qualities of the food that we eat. This can be understood by an example. When we eat heavy food like cake or meat, the inherent qualities of that food, which are heaviness, sluggishness, etc., are transferred to our bodies through the transformational process of Agni and manifested in the body as the feeling of heaviness, lethargy, and even drowsiness after eating that food. And when this is done on a regular basis, these inherent qualities eventually manifest themselves as indigestion, obesity, laziness, etc.
All right. So I think we can just summarize the Agni and the factors that are relevant for digestion, and before we move on to the herbs and what people should do.
Sure. So I would like you to remember 6 golden rules. So first one, food taken of appropriate quality means wholesome and delicious food. We are all aware that one should eat a balanced diet, but why delicious? Interestingly, just eating balanced food is not conducive to good health. The food should be delicious and pleasing to the mind and sense organs too, to achieve the wholesome effect. That actually makes sense. We might be eating the right type of food, but if we don't find it tasty or eat mindlessly while watching TV or driving, we are actually not nourishing our body. That's why some people still get diseases even when they are eating a balanced diet. Second, food should be taken at appropriate time because the human body follows a biological rhythm and have different dosha predominance at different times of the day and night. Also, factors like time taken for digesting the previous meal and allowing the body to detox diurnally play a major role. Thus, it is best to have heavy or large portion of food between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., during which is the Pitta period, and it is not advised to eat dinner later than 8 p.m. Third, the appropriate quantity of food differs from person to person based on their physical constitution, metabolism, age, level of physical activity, season, and biological stage. For example, pregnant women must eat more compared to non-pregnant women of the same age. Fourth, appropriate vihara or appropriate physical activities and lifestyle choices are as important as diet. Fifth, appropriate nidra or good restful sleep of 7 to 8 hours is quintessential for optimal health. And finally, appropriate manovihara, which is cognitive and mental factors. So stress has now become a leading cause of almost every disease. Anxiety, depression, ADHD, and so many other imbalances of the mind have a direct impact on digestion. Binge eating, anorexia, and other food habit disorders and addictions are all due to improper afflictions of the mind.
Well, now that we understand, I think, the relevance of Agni and digestion, if you could tell our viewers, what should we do? So that's the next step. How do we?
Yes, exactly. So now that we know a little about how important digestive system is and the relevance of keeping it healthy, let's look at two simple ways to ensure the intake of balanced diet. Now, everybody must have heard about thousands of ways of balanced diet and different types of diet. Sometimes it's not practical to put everything into action. So I'm just going to tell two simple ways which can be practiced on a daily basis or on a weekly basis as per our time and convenience. First one is Sarva Rasa Abhyasa, which means including all 6 tastes in our diet. We can have more portion of food which tastes respective and conducive to the current season. Now, for example, in the current spring season, it is advised to generally resort to food that tastes bitter, pungent, and astringent, and that which is easily digestible, and intake lesser amount of sweet, sour, and salty food because the digestion is naturally weak during this season. So every season has a certain taste which should be predominant during that season. So if we concentrate on those tastes in our diet, we can have all 6 tastes, but concentrate more on those tastes which are respective to that certain season. We can have a healthy digestive system based on the strength of the digestion in that season. So, and the second way to choose is food based on color, which are phytonutrient rich. So we can follow a simple rule of thumb. Just think rainbow. Rainbow has 7 colors. So include red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white. So when you go to the supermarket, fill your cart with all these different colors of fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, lentils, and grains for wholesome food. So in a daily diet, you can include all these 7 colors, or you can do it on a weekly basis because sometimes you're not in a daily diet, you can't include everything. So this is a simple way of ensuring a balanced diet.
And if you could, I think all of us want to know what are the different Ayurveda herbs and spices that help with digestion. So I know if you can talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So Ayurveda enlists thousands of classical preparations such as Kashaya, Arishtasava, Golika, Vati, Churna preparations, etc., which should be strictly taken under Ayurvedic medical supervision. Here, for general users, I would like to enumerate some simple herbs that can be generally taken by everyone, and that which are easily available in the market or in the home kitchen. So let's look at the slide. The first one is ghee or clarified butter. This has been described as an elixir for most digestive imbalances as it corrects the function of Agni directly. Just like adding small amount of oil to a dying fire rekindles the flames, ghee has the property of stimulating the Jata Agni. I know what you're thinking, Amita. Don't worry. Ghee is monounsaturated fat or good fat and does not increase cholesterol in blood. And taking it in small quantity does not lead to weight gain. In fact, it acts as a nourishing agent to the tissues of the body. The second one I would like to discuss is madhya, which is alcoholic or fermented preparations that have great stimulating effect on Jata Agni. So good news, Amita. Having a little bit of wine can actually help in digestion.
That's good.
So other fermented food preparations like idli, kefir, tempeh, kombucha, sauerkraut, probiotic yogurts, and apple cider vinegar are all few examples that can be incorporated in daily diet. Then let's go to some herbs like ginger, garlic, onion, cilantro. These can be used in cooked food preparations, salads, soups, and herbal teas. Spices such as pipali, which is long pepper, maricha, black pepper, hingu, asafoetida, bishop seeds, it's ajamoda in Sanskrit. In Hindi, it's ajwain. Cumin seeds, jeera, bay leaves, cardamom, cinnamon, and turmeric boost the Jatragni in many ways and help maintain optimum immune functions as well. And it also helps detoxify the body gently. So they just don't stimulate the Agni, they also help in boosting the immune function and detoxify the body. So it has a wholesome effect on the body. Now, some fruits like triphala, which is haritaki, vibhitaki, and amalaki, and vilva. Vilva is a big fruit with a very pulpy inside. Pomegranate, drumsticks, and jackfruit, they are described as pro-digestive as well. Replacing white sugar with raw honey and jaggery offers a great scope for a healthy diet while not compromising on taste. And using rock salt instead of table salt helps in digestion without worrying about misbalancing the sodium-potassium pump of the body. So these are some of the herbs and spices that can be included in daily diet, and this can be done by everybody in general.
And then if you can talk about little Ayurvedic different foods and overall protocol for digestion, I think that should help as well.
Sure, certainly. So I have listed 3 preparations here. Yavagu has been specifically mentioned as a diet of choice for people suffering from digestive illnesses. Red rice or other types of nourishing rice is cooked with herbs. The combination of herbs can be varying depending on what kind of a digestive disorder you have. So red rice or other types of nourishing rice is cooked with herbs and made into a gruel. Masha or green gram legume is advised for good digestion and nourishment as well. So Yavagu, this recipe can be prepared with rice, green gram, vegetables, or meat simmered with spices and ghee. So it's like a thick gruel, something similar to khichdi. So sounds yummy, right, Amita? You would definitely try this for lunch today.
I definitely would try to try it out, but I also want to add that there's a clinical study that has been done on Yuvagu, which I personally had no idea. So, all these dishes that Dr. Pooja is suggesting have clinical studies and research that they're really good for digestion as well.
You're right. So a lot of research has been done with different types of, like I said, different combination of herbs for different types of digestive disorders. And one of the combinations that you can see on the slide is Pipali, Chitraka, Nagara, Pipali, Mulancha, Vya. These 5 herbs are cooked with rice, and then it was given to patients who were suffering from indigestion. Specifically, it is called Agni Mandya in Ayurveda, and it had very good results. People who had chronic indigestion found relief, and their appetite, they had low appetite, their appetite increased, they were able to digest better. Symptoms like nausea, headache, excess salivation, they all reduced. So there was a significant change in those people just by adding Yavagu as a diet in their daily diet. So the next one I would like to mention is rasam. Rasam is a soup preparation which is light for digestion and yet very nourishing. Ayurveda recommends different types of soup preparations with choice of vegetables, meat, grains, and lentils. So some of the people might be very surprised that I'm talking about meat. Some people think Ayurveda is only about vegetables or vegetarian diet. No, Ayurveda includes everything. It includes vegetables, meat, minerals, and organic and inorganic resources as well. So, so as I said, like even goat meat, like which is like lamb, is preferred for people who have low digestion or indigestion, because it helps, and it's so nourishing as well, especially for females who have delivered a baby, like postpartum. This goat meat soup is recommended highly in Ayurveda. So rasam or soup preparations is the next type of preparation that I would suggest after Yavagu. And then the third preparation is called kashaya preparation, which is a preparation of herbs. Can be correlated to decoctions or herbal teas made with choice of spices, herbs, and different types of teas. Like you can have herbal tea like green tea, or some people prefer chamomile tea, or even black tea can be used. So you can add, for example, you can add to black tea, you can add herbs like a little bit of turmeric, ginger, cardamom, and make it into a masala chai, which is also very, very digestive stimulant. So this diet can be recommended. This diet of Yavagu, rasam, and decoction or herbal tea can be recommended for general use for people suffering from mild to moderate digestive illnesses.
And can you talk about a little bit on the Ayurvedic protocol and the other therapies that most of the practitioners use just from an overall perspective?
Sure. So Ayurveda suggests panchakarma for many of the chronic diseases, and people who have long-term or chronic conditions in digestion. For example, diseases like gastric reflux or even gastritis. Panchakarma is a part of the treatment. Now, this should be done under the guidance of an Ayurvedic expert. So this cannot be done at home. It needs to be guided. So the treatment module includes fasting or light diet with digestion stimulating herbs. And this is done based on the strength of the person. Like some people are not able to do fasting. So we recommend light diet for them. But those people who are strong enough to endure fasting, they are advised fasting as well. So once the Jaఠaragni is strong enough, medicated herbal oil or ghee at prescription dosage is administered. And in some cases, external application of oil is also recommended. Not in all cases, but in some cases. So after oiling, sweating or sudation or fomentation therapy is done. And finally, the detox herbs are administered to initiate purgation. So this has to be kept in mind that, purgation or any kind of panchakarma cannot be done directly. The body has to be prepared by doing this deepanam, snehanam, swedanam, which is oiling and sweating and stimulating the digestion with herbs. So finally, the detox herbs are then administered to initiate purgation. And this whole process is done over 7 to 21 days, depending upon the individual's clinical requirements.
That's very useful. I hope it's useful for our viewers as well. On a lighter note, we want to end Dr. Pooja's talk today with some kind of a recipe that you can share with us, balance our three doshas.
Certainly. I would like to share the recipe of takram or Ayurvedic buttermilk. So this is recommended drink described in Ayurveda for absolutely any kind of digestive illness. In fact, this drink has been recommended for healthy people too, in the general diet as a potent digestive. It balances all the three doshas and corrects any Agni imbalance. So as you can see, the ingredients on screen, you blend 1 cup of yogurt and 2 cups of water at high pace for 3 minutes. And then you remove the cream or froth that appears as a layer on top. And then you add ginger, mint, curry leaves, and cilantro and blend again for 2 minutes. And then you can add rock salt and pepper to taste and pulse blend to mix. So this drink, you may strain this drink if you do not prefer pulp, because all these herbs will have pulp in it. So some people don't like the pulp. So you can strain this drink to if you don't prefer the pulp, but do not heat this drink. And you may drink it cold, but I would not recommend adding ice to it. Amita.
All right, I think, thank you so much, Dr. Pooja. We are now going to, if anyone has any questions, we can take them at the end of the webinar. But,
Sure.
I think I'll just pass it on to Eknath ji. Namaste, Eknath ji. Thank you so much for joining us from Goa, India. So if you could start with just importance of yoga and then give a little bit of demo for our viewers that could help the yoga asanas with the digestion, we would appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Amita. Thank you so much. Very good evening and a good morning for you. And thank you so much, viewers, those who are watching online. So thank you, Pooja. You had done the very good job, nice speech. So just for few minutes, we wanted to just keep quiet. So please, all of you, eyes closed for some time. Very slowly, softly, gently, relax your facial muscles. And please focus your breath. Look at your breath. Nasal passes to the navel region, your abdomen, and the navel to the nasal passes. Slowly, softly, gently, become aware, breathing in and out. And try to see also, as you breathe in and out, become aware the movement of your abdomen, the navel region area. This is the area for the digestive system. So try to just look at for 1 or 2 rounds more. As you exhale, relax yourself. As you exhale, free from all the stress and the tensions. As you exhale, release the detox carbon dioxide. And now, as you exhale, relax yourself. One more breath in. As you breath out, please just rub your palming, touch your eyes and face. Thank you so much. So why it was that? Why I told you to focus your navel region, the abdomen area? Because we are responsible to take wrong breath. And the wrong breathing is the responsible for the indigestion system also, indigestion of food also. So today's practice, which we are going to do, the excellent for those persons suffering from indigestion, constipation, acidity, excess wind, or lack of appetite. Persons, those who are suffering from diabetes, this is also very good for them. As Dr. Pooja Kiran was saying that the Panch Karma, according to Ayurveda, they are the detox process to do that. The same thing, according to Yoga, we have a Shat Kriyas, 6 cleansing process to clean your body, to clean your system. So today I'm going to start with this detox, how to do detox yourself every day early in the morning to clean your system, to increase, improve your digestive fire or the digestive system. So during this process, we are going to do 3 practices. The name of the 3 practices are Tadasana, Triyakasana, and the Kati Chakrasana. So this practice you should do early in the morning after having 1 or 2 glasses of water, because once we do every day this practice, people, those who are suffering from the constipation, excellent practice for them, because you will get a good pressure to go to the toilet and then your system will be clean maximum. I think everybody agreed that more than 80% disease which is coming from this area only. So once you clean this system, everything will be normally working as it is. So I'm going to teaching you few practical asanas. No doubt we'll do also the Kapalbhati, because Kapalbhati is excellent practice for the digestive system. And also there's the one practice also which is known as the pranayama practice, which is known as abdomen breathing. So now I'm going to start with Tadasana, Triyakasana, and Kati Chakrasana. These 3 practices you should do early in the morning every day before go to toilet. after having 2 or 3 glasses of water. So how to do, just look at me, please, watch please. So for this practice, slightly separate your feet at the level of your shoulders, interlock your fingers, place your palms over your head, and then very slowly, please stand on your toes, and also raise your hands up. Elbows tight, hands straight. Elbows tight, hands straight. Maximum opening your rib cage, the whole back and the spine. Then release your hands and slowly, slowly come back. We'll do one more round. Stand on your toes. Raise your hands up. Stretch up. More tight, tight. You can see abdomen moves inside. So opening the whole back and the spine. And then release your hands and slowly, slowly release your feet. Now one more round, the final round. Stand on your toes. Raise your hands up. Elbows tight, hands straight, look front. Open your eyes. Stay here for a few seconds if you can. And then slowly, slowly release your hands. Release your legs and down your hands. And after that, if you want, you can just relax your breath and see the effect, how you feel. This practice you can do any time in a day. Whenever you feel physical and the mental stress or tiredness, you can do that. But it's very, very effective practice, especially early in the morning, once you do after having 2 or 3 glasses of water. Now, in this series, there's one more practice. Separate your feet, distance between 2 feet, 1 or 2 feet. Raise your hands up again. Elbows tight, hands straight. We'll go to the left side first. Focus the ascending, descending column. Then we'll go to the right side. And then come to the center. This is known as Tiryak Tadasana. Again, we'll go to the left side. Come to the center. Right side. Come to the center. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then release your hands, relax it. In this sequence, there's one more practice which is known as Kati Chakrasana. So bring your legs should be separate, distance between 1 and 2 feet. Raise your hands at your shoulders level. First, we'll go to the right side. So move your body right side. 1. Your left hand should be the right shoulder and right palm closer to the navel region, and twisting only the waist region. No movement your legs and the knees. And we'll go to the right side. Come to the center. Then 3. Left side. More twisting. Stay here for some time. Look at your back. Come to the center. This is the one round. So I'm showing you 2 rounds more to know how to do that. 1 right side. 2, 3, 4. One more round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then relax. So these 3 practices you can do every day, 7 times. Means 7 times Tadasana, 7 times Tiryak Tadasana, and then 7 times Kati Chakrasana. Why we'll do? What is the reason behind that? Because once we do all these 3 practices after having the water pushes all the malas towards the rectum. Okay, so the first one is that to stretch your whole mouth to the anus region, the food will go, all the toxins, the malas will come inside, more closer to, is ready to pass out. Then second one is if anything is both the sides, so that's why we do the side by side. And third thing is that we just twisting, move your body this way, to twisting the whole these areas. It also helps you to come all the malas ready to pass out. That's why you try, this is very, very effective. Persons, those who are suffering from constipation, acidity, excess vent, lack of appetite, is excellent practice for them. Try and see that how effective is that. And this is also the cleansing, the detox your body. And then everybody knows about the ancient time. In India, we are using the chakki, churning. So the next practice is which we are going to do. The name of the practice is chakki sanchalana. This is very, very effective for the digestive system. I will show you how to do that. Bring your feet should be separate. This is also excellent practice to remove the blockage and will get energy throughout the body and especially affect your digestive system. And this area is also known as the storehouse of the energy. So for this practice, you have to just interlock your fingers. Just imagine that you are holding the handle of the chakki, the churning. So first move forward. Make sure both the ears between your arms. And then move first left side. 1. Go back, look front. 2. 3. Elbows straight, no bending in your elbows. 4. 5. Knees tight, legs straight. 6. Now reverse also. If you want, you can coordinate your breath. Deep breath in, move up, come forward, breath out, breath in, breath out. Keep going on. 4, 5, and then relax. Relax for some time. Just relax the whole body. You can see the toes to head and the head to toes, whole body affected. Relax the abdomen, your chest and your breath. This is also very, very effective practice for the digestive system. And now the next one is, which is little advanced practice, but I wanted to show you if you can do that. This is very good for each and every one. This is known as Lola Asana. So if you can sit in the Padmasana, that's good. You come to the Padmasana first. And then in this Padmasana, with both the fingers, your palms, you should come up, you should lift up. So this is the very directly you can get the effect your core muscles, especially for all this region. You can see that, how is that? So adjust your hands like that by the side of your thighs, your hips or buttocks, look front. And then slowly, slowly lift up. So this directly affects your core muscles. You can stay as long as you can. And slowly, slowly come back. We'll show you once more. Very slowly, deep breath in, come up. And then slowly, slowly come back. So this is not easy practice for each and everyone, but if you can try a little bit, then you maybe get it. So it's a very, very effective practice for your digestive system. You can do that. Now I'm coming to one more practice which is known as Kapal Bhati. Sorry. So people knows about the Kapal Bhati. This is a pranayama, but this is actually the detox. As I told you in the beginning, yoga starts from the detox. Yoga starts from the Hatha Yoga. And the first part of the Hatha Yoga is detox, purification, the Satkriyas. And among these 6 Satkriyas, the Kapal Bhati is one. During the Kapal Bhati, you focus the abdomen region, the navel region area, maybe the below of the navel region. Sitting position, if you can sit in the Padmasana, that's good. If you want to sit cross-legged, Sukhasana, this is also good. And in the beginning, you can do 2 seconds, 1 stroke. Okay? If you become expert, then you can do 1 second, 1 stroke. So I will just show you 10 strokes how to do that. During the Kapal Bhati, the exhalation part should be active and the inhalation part should be passive. As I told you, this is not a pranayama. This is a practice of the detox. Excellent practice for your digestive system. People, those who are suffering from the kapha, excess kapha, the fat, this is the practice to remove the kapha and also reduce the fat from your body. Not only that, this increase the hita also. Nowadays, the COVID is going on. Everybody is suffering. Lots of people, they are suffering from that. So this Kapal Bhati is also improve the immunity and the immune system. Excellent practice for your lungs, your heart, your chest. And very good to make your brain relax, cool and calm. So I will show you once more how to do the Kapal Bhati. The meaning of the Kapal Bhati is, Kapala is known as the forehead and Bhati is the shining. So if you do the Kapal Bhati, your face become a shining. Means your Ojas, your aura, the Ojas, the doctor Pooja Kiran, she was talking about that. Your Ojas, your aura become more expansive. So see how to do once more, please. Mentally focus the below of the navel region area. Keep your back spine straight. Focus should be the exhalation. Inhalation should be passive. 1 second, 1 stroke right now in the beginning. Now, just relax, normal breath for some time, how you feel. You can look at the state of your mind. Relax your abdomen, chest, and your breath. See the effect after the practice of Kapalbhati. So as I told you, Kapalbhati you can do early in the morning, but your abdomen should be empty. You can do after 3 hours of the food. Don't do immediately after the food. These are the precautions during this practice. And now, once you do the Kapalbhati, you are totally prepared for the mental practice, for the pranayama also. So after the Kapalbhati, if you do the abdomen breathing, this is the one of the best practice to give you benefit of this region area, which is the storehouse of the energy. You can do this practice in your office also. If you have a 5 minutes, you can do also at your home. If you're traveling anywhere by car, by road, by flight, you can also do this practice. So what to do in this practice? You just to make yourself mentally aware, right palm should be the abdomen area, the below of the navel region. You can do this practice sitting and also in the lie down in the position of the Shavasana. So what to do? Your eyes should be closed, mentally relax and focus your breath. During this practice, no movement your chest. Maximum movement should be the below of the chest region, diaphragm region, and abdomen moves out as you breathe in. So look at me. As you breathe in, abdomen moves like a balloon. As if you want, you can try for 3-4 rounds. Eyes closed, place your palms at your navel region. Slowly, slowly breathe in. Breath out. Focus, maximum movement should be the abdomen. No movement to chest, please. Breath in. Out. 2 rounds more. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. And then release, relax for some time. Still your eyes should be closed. Relax your breath, how you feel. Abdomen breath, as I told you, very, very effective to massage and tone up the organs which is situated this area, like liver, kidneys, pancreas, ascending, descending column. So this is very good for that. Stay here for some time. Look at your brain, the state of your mind. 3 times more. Inhale and exhale and relax yourself. And now, very slowly, please rub your palming, touch your eyes and face, and release, relax. Thank you so much for watching. And as I mentioned that, as Dr. Kiran already mentioned that, we made up 5 elements: Prithvi, Jal, Agni, Vayu, and Akash. So, digestive disorder related to the Agni Tattva also. And this is the region of the Agni Tattva, the fire element. The Kapalbhati increase the Jatra Agni, the fire element. Abdomen breath also helps to increase that one. So last 2 practices which I told you, Kapalbhati and the abdominal breath, these are very, very effective. And anybody can do this abdomen breath. Nobody complain that I'm suffering from this, that. Anybody can do this abdomen breath. Have you seen that a child, when they are in the 6 months, maybe the 1 year, the movement should be only the abdomen? What is the reason that? Child are not moving at all here and there. They are sleeping 16 hours, but only the maximum movement should be abdomen. Still the digestive system was good. So we should do also this abdominal breath to make your digestive system excellent and good way. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions, any queries? You can ask, please.
Yes, thank you so much, Eknath ji and Dr. Pooja. I hope it was very insightful for our viewers. We are actually right at the hour of 10 a.m., but we will open it up for questions. Please. Okay, so there is a question. Somebody's asking, I'm not able to do Sukhasana, Padmasana as the nerves in thighs are tight. Generally, I don't sit down. How to overcome this? Well, it's quite a personal question. I don't know if you want to answer.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do also sitting on the chair also. You can sit on the chair, and as I told you, you can just focus your abdomen breath. Inhale deeply, exhale deeply. As I told you, you can also lie down on your back in the Shavasana. You can also do this practice. So Kapalbhati maybe you can't do in the beginning, but if you do the abdomen breath, it also helps you a lot. Which I told you already, you can do anyway, in the lie down, in the sitting on the chair. So whatever you wake and sit is really, really effective, no problem at all.
Thank you. And then you mentioned about the water, drinking water in the morning before doing the yoga. So the hot water should be add, like a lot of times we've heard, add cumin, ginger, turmeric. I mean, that's what I do in the morning. So I just want to confirm that should we continue to do that and then do the yoga?
See, if you ask me honesty, if I tell you, okay, mix the ginger, mix the lemon and make it hot, maybe the 1 week, 2 weeks, you can do that. But after that, you can't do that. This is not really in a practical. So what my advice is that the room temperature water, take it every day, because no need to go anywhere. It's also in your bedroom and maybe kitchen area. You go there, you have your 2 glasses of water and just do the simple practices, Tadasana, Triyakasana, Kati Chakrasana. Because what is the duration of the 8 hours? If you sleep the 8 hours, and the pitta will be increased. So if you take the water also, it also decrease the pitta, and also the same time clean your system. So take normal water. Normal water is good for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. So any other questions? I know we are past the hour of 10 a.m. The session was very insightful. So any other questions? You are welcome to reach us if I don't see any other questions at nourishedog.com. I see another question. Maybe I will take it. Anxiety has been seen to have connection with GI tract. This is for Dr. Pooja. Any kind of diet and herbs that you recommend? I think she talked about the herbs, but if you want to add the anxiety angle to this, Dr. Pooja.
Certainly. So stress is definitely directly related to the GI tract, and anxiety is one of the symptoms of high stress. So what happens is, like I mentioned before, you get a nervous tummy when you're anxious, and you tend to overeat. Sometimes there is lack of appetite. Sometimes you even have diarrhea when you're highly anxious. And Triphala is a very good herb. It has 3 fruits, which balances all 3 doshas. Now, GI tract is mainly the sthana of Pitta. As I said, it is the Agni, which is the element of fire. But anxiety is related to Vata dosha. So what happens is, in anxiety, Pitta as well as Vata, they both get aggravated. So we need to have a balanced herb, which will reduce Vata and Pitta as well, to bring down the anxiety. And Triphala is a very good herb. Another herb is Brahmi, which has an effect on the brain, the nervous system. Again, anxiety has direct relations to the nervous system. And as I said, nervous system is related to GI tract, because the enteric nervous system, there is another nervous system that is really, located in the digestive tract. So all these are interconnected. So having Brahmi capsule once in the morning and once in the evening also helps calm down. And as Eknath ji suggested, Kapal Bhati is a very good way of reducing anxiety as well. So if you couple the Trifila, Brahmi and the Kapal Bhati, all three together will definitely help you in reducing anxiety.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So I want to add that Dr. Pooja is available now for consultations, personal consultations. Eknath ji will be back on June 21st, the International Yoga Day. We will have only Eknath ji that day, and we will be starting to offer his classes as well. So we are like 6 minutes past the hour right now. Please let us know your feedback, like us. We want to improve these educational series every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if anything you want to add, Eknath ji or Pooja ji, before I sign off, please, I'm going to send a namaste, but please add if there's anything both of you would like to add before we sign off.
My advice is that please drink water early in the morning. This is very good for your system, to clean your system. And also, as I told you, focus to breath. Because somebody was saying they are suffering from the mental disorder, physical disorder. The moment you focus to breath, it really helps you physically, mentally, emotionally to make you balance. So this is my advice. This is my everybody to just follow these simple things, because we can't live without breath. So if you focus the breath sometime for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, this is very, very effective practice for your all system to make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Pooja, Dr. Pooja, you want to add something?
Yes, I would like to say thank you for attending this webinar. And as far as the digestive system is concerned, the best way is to relax and eat your food with a happy mind, because mind is very important, and concentrate on what you're eating, because the sense organs help in digestion as well. So mind, sense organs, and a good balanced diet, these three things in a simple way can help you maintain a very good balanced, healthy life. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. And we will see you next Saturday. Please check out our Facebook page on Nourish Talk. We have a lot of other webinars going on during the week as well. Our Saturdays are our big webinars. So thank you so much. I will be signing off here. My name is Amita. We'll see you soon.